Hi, I would like to talk to you about something's on my mind. Yesterday I was watching r video, and there was a story about a man who was who had a $800 Lego set um, based on Millennium Falcon, and he was building it with his son. Took a few days to get it built, and just and mother-in-law didn't like that. He basically thinks that Lego is for kids, and basically wants OP to be a real man, in air quotes. I mean, that he should be concerned about making money and bringing the big dough, and I mean, try tries to get tries to get. I mean, OP tries to get him mother-in-law to stop harassing him about it, and eventually it gets to the point where mother-in-law just visit the home one day, and then she stealthily just goes and destroys destroys the kit that he's been building, saying it's necessary because somebody has to teach you to be a real man or something like that, and she doesn't even apologize for it, and even worse, even worse, the wife backing up the mother-in-law, and she doesn't she I mean, she doesn't care about OP, or even her son, which was really sad. And I mean, that got me thinking, what would have happened if OP's mother-in-law had a hobby that she liked, that that was expensive and time consuming, and like, well, I'm not I'm not sure time consuming, probably money consuming. Like like she was collecting like tea sets, or collector plates, and one day OP visits her her home, and then he destroys everything in her collection. I'm sure she probably wouldn't like that pretty much, and neither would OP's wife, and they they'd pretty much be in rights to come against OP and sue him for damages. So that got me asking ChatGPT question. Why does it seem socially acceptable for women to trash on men's hobbies and call them childish, but men trashing on women's hobbies is considered abusive and controlling? And here's ChatGPT's answer, and and it, I mean, it says this is a sharp and thoughtful question, one that touches on deep cultural double standards, gender norms, and shifting expectations in modern relationships. Let's break down why this perception might exist and where it comes from. First of all, there's cultural double standards and gendered socialization. I mean, women's critiques on men's hobbies like video games, fantasy sports, collecting action figures are often framed in popular culture as attempts to mature or civilize men, part of the nagging wife or mom girlfriend's trope. This gets normalized in sitcoms and media, making it seem harmless or humorous. And men critiquing women's hobbies like fashion or astrology or self-care rituals or rom-coms more easily seen as controlling or misogynistic because of historical pattern of men policing women's interest and autonomy. The critique can echo the past: "You're too emotional. You're shallow. Your interests aren't valid," and so on. And the second thing is power dynamics and historical context. Historically, men have held more institutional power, so when men criticize women, it's sometimes seen as reinforcing dominance or control. Conversely, when women criticize men, it can be interpreted more as punching up or as part of an effort to equalize or improve the man, rightly or wrongly. The third is social media and selective empathy. On, on platforms like TikTok or Twitter, it's common to see videos where women mock man caves or gaming setups, often with comments like, grow up. These are widely shared and normalized. A man posted a similar video mocking women's makeup collection or book club. He likely faced backlash for being controlling, misogynistic, or emotionally abusive. And why the difference? Because the cultural script expects men to validate women's interests as, being a supportive partner, but doesn't always expect women to validate men's, especially if those interests don't seem productive or grown up. I mean, fourth is language framing and emotional expectations. Women are culturally permitted to be more emotional express. Women are culturally permitted more emotional expressiveness and can frame critiques in emotional language like "it just feels immature" or "I need more attention." Men, when they critique, may come off as cold or judgmental, even if their concerns are emotional too. Like, this seems like a waste of time or money. And there's toxic norms on both sides. For men, you're infantilized if you enjoy hobbies that don't align with the grown man's stereotypes, e.g., cars, grilling, or work. And for women, you're seen as controlling if you express dissatisfaction, but only if it doesn't align with emotional growth or relational improvement. So, what's the solution? First, call out the double standard gently but clearly when it appears. It's not okay for either partner to mock the other's joy. 2. Promote mutual respect. Both men and women should defend each other's harmless hobbies and encourage individuality. And 3. Have deeper conversations. Sometimes criticism of hobbies is really about unmet emotional needs. I feel ignored. I want more quality time. That's valid, but the problem isn't the hobby, it's communication. And yeah, it's it's something that we need to take into account. It's just, I mean, I mean, it's okay for people to have hobbies as long as they're not, as long as it's not something that's illegal or immoral or 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 takes too much time away from being with other people. I mean, we do need to socialize with other people, but there's times we need to be with ourselves and enjoy our hobbies. I mean, there's a pastor in my church who likes collecting Red Sox baseball stuff and also stuff from like PepsiCo, and he displays all that stuff in his office, and I think it's a bit excessive, but I but but he loves the Lord. He doesn't consider idolatry or anything. He it's just it's just part of his personality. It's just I mean, my brother collected Legos too. I'm not sure if I'm not sure he still does that. Probably too busy with tech stuff. I collected video games and comic books, and I mean, and currently I collect Bibles. I mean, everybody should be permitted to enjoy their hobbies. I mean, I mean, men shouldn't men shouldn't be expected to just be all all grown up and just doing man stuff I mean I mean as long as it's not harming anybody. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to share in this video. So have a good day and may God bless you.